Hello world, Shelly here, and today I want to talk about your skin barrier. Your skin is amazing. Your skin keeps your guts in, your skin keeps the germs out, your skin protects you from radiation from the sun and from pollution and chemicals. Your skin feels pretty nice. Like, skin is awesome. And of course, we have the aesthetic pleasures of our skin as well, keeping our face in particular looking beautiful. And skin is just good stuff. We need to take care of our skin. And in the realm of skincare enthusiasts, like the realm that I live in, it's easy to go overboard and do some damage to your skin barrier. Skin's barrier is it's the thing that does all the magic for your skin, the thing that creates the barrier between the outside world and the inside world, keeps the good stuff in, keeps the bad stuff out, and in the process, a nice, healthy, well-managed skin barrier looks plump and healthy and fresh, and the things that we typically equate with beautiful skin. Instead of it being dry or flaky, it looks plump and beautiful. So let's talk about our skin barrier, how to know if you've wrecked it a little bit, as I'm prone to do, and how to fix it, because you totally can, and it's not that hard. So one part to your skin barrier being effective and healthy and in good shape is hydration. And not necessarily, you should drink your water, of course, but the hydration of your skin, which is one reason why I think my recent deep dive into the 7 skins and the moisture layers in my skincare, it has made such a big difference, because the moisture element of my skincare routine is where I wasn't paying enough attention, and that extra attention that I've been paying to providing moisture to my skin has really helped my skin barrier to improve, and that has made a drastic difference. So just in and of itself, hydration, it seems so simple, right? But it's an important factor here. So if your skin barrier is damaged, undesirable things can happen. In terms of appearance, you're talking about flaky skin, dry skin, the dehydrated look to your skin. But you also can have issues with, the bad stuff getting in. Bacteria, greater susceptibility to damage from UV light, chemicals in the air, pollution, etc. And that's going to lead to inflammation, and inflammation can give you all kinds of issues: redness, stinging, discomfort, sensitivity, acne, amongst other things. So the maintaining our health of our skin barrier is going to help prevent those things from happening, which is going to be not only a better overall experience, but our skin's going to look good as well. Here's the bad news. If you are watching this and you are my age-ish, your skin barrier, it weakens with age. And if you're in your 20s, you probably have a really generally healthy skin barrier if you don't have additional, issues going on with your skin. And as we get older, part of that problem is that we start out with our bodies being like 75% water. And as you get older, the amount of hydration your body can maintain decreases. And since hydration is so important to the functioning of the skin barrier, it gets worse. So as we age, our skin barrier is going to perform less well just by sheer factor of aging. So we need to help it out. So what causes skin barrier damage? Oh, let me throw in there, for all you pale folks just like me, the paler you are, the thinner your skin barrier is by default. Great. That's awesome. Okay. What causes skin barrier damage? A lot of things can cause it. Even just chronic dehydration can decrease how well your skin barrier functions. In my case, it is almost always going overboard with my exfoliating acids. I just do. I just do. But really any kind of strong or harsh skincare elements can impact your skin barrier. Throwing your acid mantle, your skin is slightly acidic to begin with. So if you throw off the pH balance of your skin, that can cause problems. If you're using anything that's too harsh, whether it's a cleanser with an acid in it that's too harsh for your skin's preference, or a serum that has ingredients that are too harsh for your skin to tolerate at that time, you go too heavy on the retinols right away or too high of a strength of tretinoin, anything, harsh like that. Physical exfoliation can do it too. Let's say you just got one of those new scrubby cleansers and you just go to town with it because you like it so much. You can over exfoliate physically as well. Or if the cleansing cloth you're using or the sponge that you're using to wash your face is too rough, you can damage your skin barrier physically. Allergic reactions, reactions to irritants in the air, pollution, so many things can damage your skin barrier. Well, how do you know that your skin barrier is damaged? Now, the bad news is that if you're a person that has highly sensitive skin just already by nature and it's always been that way, some of these like DIY at-home ways to tell that your skin barrier is damaged won't be as easy for you to read because you're going to feel these symptoms anyway. But if you're a person who doesn't normally have super sensitive skin, these are things that can help you figure it out. Now, if you are in that first category of the super sensitive skin people, the good news is that there's no harm in attempting to fix your skin barrier even if you haven't determined that it's damaged. So stay tuned. You can still do this and have no problems. So if you're not typically sensitive, the biggest thing you're looking for, the biggest things are changes that are unusual to you. For example, maybe you use a serum and you've been using it for a while and it has never caused any kind of sensation on your skin, and all of a sudden you put it on one morning and your skin's tingling. Unusual reactions where your skin is acting more sensitive than it normally would. For me, it's almost always my vitamin C that tells me that my skin barrier is messed up, because normally I don't feel a sensation when I apply my vitamin C. And if I apply my vitamin C and it stings a little bit, then I go, crud, I'm hitting the acids too hard again. Or if I apply my acids and they're just through the roof stinging, acids always tingle on me a little bit. But if I put one on and I'm like, whoa, this is not feeling nice, I probably overdid it with my acids. That's almost always what I do in my personal case, is I overdid it with my acids. If you have any unusual redness that you just typically don't have, I have really reactive skin. So when I wash my face or touch my face, or even as I film videos, the more I talk, the redder my nose gets. It just is. That's one reason why everyone says your skin is so nice, you don't need foundation. I primarily wear a foundation to A, hide my freckles and my sunspots, and B, hide the fact that my nose turns red when I talk. It just does. That's normal to me. So if that happens, I don't think anything of it. But if I start getting redness on my cheeks or places where I don't normally get redness, that would be a sign that something's not quite right. Blemishes or acne appearing either when you normally don't get them. So for example, I don't get very many breakouts at all. I had a breakout on my chin a couple weeks ago. That should have been a sign for me. Or getting blemishes in areas of your face that you don't normally get them. Like for me, my chin is pretty common. If I'm going to get one, it's probably going to be on my chin. But one time I got it was a pimple on the side of my cheek, and it was such a weird spot to get one. But my skin barrier was kind of a mess. And that was what it was. Your skin just becomes more sensitive to things that it wouldn't normally react to. So if you're starting to get those kinds of signs, it might be adding up to tell you that your skin barrier needs some love. So how do you love on your skin barrier? Good news, super easy. Well, with a caveat. It's super easy if you have some patience. Easier said than done, but let's talk about how our skin works. A normal, healthy body will regenerate and turn over the skin in 28 days. More bad news. That slows down the older we get. It's super fast when you're an infant. It's even faster than 28 days. But as we get older, 28 days is not going to cut it. So if you're younger, you're 20-something years old, you've got pretty normal skin, you just happen to overdo it with your acids, and you need to fix your skin barrier, it's possible that you could fix your skin barrier in 2 weeks' time. If you're me, I'm 46, so I'd say if you're in your 30s to your 40s, you're looking at 4 weeks, and I would say 4 to 6 weeks. And it's not unusual for this to be a 2-month process. So if you need to take 8 weeks to fix your skin barrier, so be it. But you'll really know when it's fixed because it's so obvious, especially if you haven't had a properly healthy skin barrier in a while, because you'll just be dumbfounded by how brilliant your skin is behaving. So let's talk about what you do. What are you going to do for the next 4+ weeks? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to strip your skincare routine back to ultimate basics. And I'm talking, go check your products and let's talk through it. So number 1, cleanser. Gentle, hydrating cleanser. No extra skincare in it, no salicylic acid or glycolic acid in your cleansers, none of the exfoliating cleansers, no foaming cleansers. You want bare bones minimum hydrating cleanser. No scrubbies, like no beads, none of that. And you want a lower pH cleanser that's going to be around the ballpark of your skin's pH. So here's what we're talking. Oh, and there's an ingredient you should avoid, sodium lauryl sulfate. If you look on the back of your cleanser and it's got that, just avoid it. It dries your skin out, and we need to repair the moisture in our skin barrier. No more, don't use a Clarisonic, don't use a scrubby brush, don't use any very, very soft cloth. Get yourself some microfiber or some flannel cloths. Make your skin happy. Sponge, okay, but super soft sponge, not an exfoliating sponge. My favorite cleanser to use this for, one of my favorite cleansers anyway, is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. There's also the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. Those are both excellent for this purpose. Go grab yourself a bottle of it if you don't have it already. You really, really, really need to strip your cleanser down to the bare bones basic, gentle hydrating cleanser. Step 2. We're eliminating all the other steps in between. No acids, no toners, no exfoliating, no serums, no retinols, no tretinoin. We're going to skip all that just temporarily until our skin is back to normal. Just temporarily. You're not going to grow into a prune if you stop your retinol for 2 months. It's going to be okay. After your cleanse, skip right to your moisturizer. And yes, you're going to have to check your moisturizer too. We want a basic, moisturizing, gentle, ceramide-based moisturizer. We don't want all the skincare in our moisturizer. We don't want the be-all, end-all Swiss Army knife of moisturizers. We're trying to eliminate all of the excess ingredients that can cause our skin to react. Basics. Linoleic acid is another really good thing that you want in a good moisturizer for this purpose. It's one of the essential omega-6 fatty acids. Our body cannot produce it. It needs to either come from our diet or from topical application. So that's another good thing. Ceramides and linoleic acid, that is what you're looking for in your moisturizers. In terms of ceramides, the reason we're loading up on ceramides is that our skin is made up of 50% of it is ceramides. And the ceramides are kind of like, think of bricklaying. You've got the bricks and then you've got the mortar in between the bricks that hold the bricks together. The ceramides are the mortar that's holding all your skin cells together. And generally, when you have a damaged skin barrier, you're probably suffering from ceramide depletion. You don't have enough. So we are going to be attempting with our very basic products to supplement the ceramides and build them back up so that they can hold our skin back together again and strengthen our skin barrier. I'm going to recommend CeraVe again because they just make really good, simple stuff for this. The CeraVe Moisturizing Cream is great. Also going to recommend some La Roche-Posay, the Double Repair Face Moisturizer. They are both good, basic, non-harsh ingredients that are going to help. If you've got hyaluronic acid in any of these, that's fine as well. And just as a side note, if you happen to have issues with your skin barrier on your body and not just your face, my favorite is the Cetaphil Ultra Healing Lotion with ceramides. It is awesome. Now, we just talked about oils in skincare in a recent video, and if you would like to include oils because they do help the lipids in your skin to help with your barrier, go for a single source oil, like a straight up jojoba oil or straight up marula oil, straight up sunflower oil, straight up, a single oil. I would avoid the oil blends unless you double check in the ingredients that the only thing in there is the natural plant-based oils. We don't want extra skincare. We don't want a whole bunch of additives and essences and natural. We don't want more stuff. We want to eliminate as much stuff as possible. But oils can be a very important part of restoring the skin barrier and the moisture. So if you want to do a single source oil, go ahead. I would put it beneath my moisturizer, personally. So, what's your steps? Gentle cleanser, optional oil, a ceramide-based moisturizer, and if it's morning, sunscreen. That's it. That's your whole skincare routine. Morning and night. That's it. If you want to do 7 skins, because it's a super hydrating process, I would recommend the moisture layers that you're going to do, stick with something as minimalist as possible. Again, we don't want the toners that have a bunch of skincare in them. We want basic hydrating essences. The 2 that I would say are probably my picks as the best, I would either do my 7 skins exclusively with the Caudalie Grape Water or the Pixie Milky Hydrating Mist. It's hyaluronic acid based. It does have some black oat, but that's a very soothing ingredient. So ingredient wise, I think it would be fine. You would do your 7 layers-ish of your one of those 2, and then follow either with your ceramide-based moisturizer that you've specially selected for this purpose, or if you want to do slugging and go with a petrolatum product, that is fine as well. I would recommend the CeraVe Hydrating Ointment. I wish CeraVe would sponsor me. This is not sponsored. I wish. Gosh, that would be awesome because they make awesome stuff. But I like that one because it's a petrolatum, highly occlusive moisturizer that also has ceramides in it. Ceramides are the way to go here. So, again, if you're in your 20s, you might be able to get away with 2 weeks and just do this for 2 weeks and your skin will feel great and you're ready to go back to slowly reintroducing your typical skincare. Except lay off the acids if your name is Shelly. If you're older than that, if you're more my age, I would say, for me, it's a 4 to 6 week process. 4 weeks if I catch it early. Sometimes I'm in denial and I just pretend, it was just stinging because it's my skin's just angry today. Yeah, well, don't ignore your angry skin because the longer you ignore it, the longer it's going to take to fix it. But 6 to 8 weeks is not out of the question, so don't rush this. You're going to be fine skipping your other skincare. Give your skin a break, let your barrier fix itself. It's going to be more effective. The thing with having a damaged skin barrier is that your actives aren't working as well as they could be anyway if your skin is damaged and inflamed and irritated. So you're not getting the benefits anyway. So fix your skin barrier and then you can move on. The last 2 pieces of advice for fixing the skin barrier really have nothing to do with your skincare routine. One is reducing stress. Daily stress slows the body's healing process, and that applies to your skin as well. I know that is very much easier said than done in this current day and age, but maybe you just decide that every day when you wake up or before you go to bed for 5 minutes, you are going to go someplace and have a quiet 5 minutes to yourself. Introduce some kind of self-care that can help you reduce your stress levels. Maybe you take up meditation. That's something that can actually serve you well for the rest of your life if you want to go that direction. It's helps me a ton. Get yourself even the most basic, even if it's just 5 minutes to yourself every day. De-stress, lower your daily stress levels. It will help your body in so many ways, the least of which is your skin, but it will help your skin as well. And the last piece, you are what you eat. Supplement if necessary. In terms of our skin, one of the most important things we need to be making sure that we get are the omegas, because that lipid barrier is, the fats in your skin are very, very important to maintaining hydration, keeping the good stuff in, keeping the bad stuff out. So we're talking, if you want to get it through your diet, you're talking cold water fish, flax seeds, you're talking walnuts. If you supplement, there are lots of omega supplements out there that are good. The other thing that I didn't realize is that ceramides are edible. Not that you buy a package of ceramides, but there actually are ceramide supplements. But ceramides, the ceramides in wheat and rice, you get ceramides from eating wheat and rice, and the wheat ceramides are identical to the skin ceramides. The one downside is it's pretty much impossible to eat enough rice and wheat to get all of the ceramides that you need, and then there's also issues of gluten intolerance if you are in that realm, but just know that your diet is part of the healthy functioning of your skin. The better your body can heal itself, the better your skin turnover is, the better, nutrition is important. So I eat terribly most of the time. So I'm one of those, it's do what I say, not as I do in terms of nutrition a lot of the time for me, because when I'm stressed, I just eat things that are easy, but it doesn't help your skin. So those are the main tips for figuring out if your skin barrier is damaged and repairing it if you think it is. And it really all boils down to strip your skincare routine down to gentle. Cleanser, oil, moisturizer, sunscreen, done. Do that for several weeks. You will see an amazing improvement. And I would keep 7 skins in there if you can do it with a very minimal hydrating moisture source. I don't even want to say the word essence because I'm implying more ingredients. Minimize the ingredients, minimize the actives. That's the plan. There you have it. Another one in the books. If you enjoy these sort of nerdy, geeky deep dives into stuff, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over skincare with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.